This is how you can go from sleep paralysis to an out-of-body experience. Hey guys, and welcome back to yet another video. In this video, I'm going to be telling you how you can turn your sleep paralysis experience into an out-of-body experience. It seems like a lot of you can get to sleep paralysis or you have it spontaneously. It's just hard to have an astral projection once you get to sleep paralysis. So I'm going to be talking about how you can turn sleep paralysis experience into a full-blown out-of-body experience. And if you've never had sleep paralysis consciously before and aren't sure how to induce it yet, I have an entire playlist on my channel of everything to do with sleep paralysis, literally everything you can think of so far. And I would definitely recommend checking that out and then coming back to this video when you are ready to turn that sleep paralysis into an out-of-body experience. It feels very intense, and I'm sure those who have had sleep paralysis knows what it feels like, so you'll definitely know when you're in sleep paralysis. You'll feel a very heavy vibration all over your body, and it feels like your bed's kind of shaking. You'll hear a lot of auditory hallucinations, like really high-pitched noises or buzzing noises, and I hear it also explained as like a jet engine or a train going on like tracks right next to your ears. It's like a very intense feeling, and there's a lot of high pitches, like really like grumbling noises, and it just feels like a vibration or electricity going through your body. And so it sounds really intense, and it is, but just know that you're completely safe in this, because if it wasn't safe, like some people say, we wouldn't go into it naturally 5 to 6 times a night. You're just becoming conscious of the process. So there's no harm that can be done from sleep paralysis. And some people even might hear like voices or like someone walking around in your room or doors opening and closing. I experienced that, but again, this is because you're half dreaming right now. There's a part of your brain that activates, so your cortical activation is happening while you're awake. So this means your dreaming mind is happening while you're awake to witness it. So things that you experience while you're in sleep paralysis, they're just part of sleep paralysis because that part of your brain is activated, and it creates very real hallucinations. But I want you to know that this is nothing to be scared of, and I'm going to explain a little bit more why, and then we're going to get into the technique. I'm sure you've heard people talking about a demon sitting on their chest, right? They say, oh, I can't get past the sleep paralysis demon. Well, I want you to know there literally is no sleep paralysis demon, and that might trigger some people, but it's just facts. Like, there's no demon holding you down. The reason why you feel suffocated is because when we're in sleep, our diaphragm naturally collapses because we don't need to take in that much air when we're sleeping. And so when you're conscious of going into sleep paralysis, you'll feel a little bit of shortness of breath because you're trying to adjust to the air that you're able to take in, and your mind can kind of freak out. And since sleep paralysis is a thought responsive state, that means whatever you expect or intend to happen, it's going to create itself in the hallucination. So when people feel that suffocation, they're like, oh my god, there must be someone in my room or holding me down. So they try to open their eyes while they're expecting to see someone hold them down or be sitting on their chest or something. And that's why some people experience these fearful things, is because it's created by us. But if you can learn to create an exciting experience, concentrate on what you're about to accomplish, like literally having an awesome lucid dream or an out-of-body experience, and focus on that, your experience with sleep paralysis will be a lot better. And again, it's just something that happens during sleep paralysis, but depending on your emotional response to it, that's going to determine your experience. For me, I don't really experience anything scary. Like I said, I hear footsteps sometimes and doors opening and closing, but I'm so used to it because that happens every single time. And I've opened my eyes many times when learning this, and there was literally nothing there. I've learned to not be scared of these sensations and these hallucinations I'm experiencing. I kind of learned to just enjoy them and have a fascination about them because they are pretty interesting. But I've never even seen like a shadow person in my sleep paralysis experiences or anything necessarily like negative or scary. And that's because number one, I don't open my eyes. So you guys should not open your eyes if you're struggling with seeing fearful things. The reason why I don't open my eyes though isn't to not see something scary. It's so I don't mess up sleep paralysis, because as soon as I get into sleep paralysis, I'm like, bam, This is my chance to get out of body or to have a lucid dream. And so I don't open my eyes, I don't try to move, I don't try to take in deep breaths because I know what I need to do to stay in sleep paralysis. So the more you learn to control your sleep paralysis experience, the easier it will be to have an out-of-body experience anytime, or a lucid dream anytime you are in the sleep paralysis state. Once you're in sleep paralysis, completely disregard what's happening around you. You might feel that buzzing that we talked about. You might hear voices. There might be a lot going on, and sometimes it does feel very chaotic because it does feel like a lot of things are going on just by what you can hear and see under your closed vision. For me, it's just mostly like flashes of colors. But eventually, after holding still and just observing what's happening to me in sleep paralysis, I'll notice my eyes open. These are not my physical eyes. These are my astral eyes. And I didn't know that at first when I was just completely relaxing in sleep paralysis and completely holding still and just relaxing, not showing any fear. I was just completely just enjoying it, honestly, because all the sensations and the vibrations, you can learn to have a fascination about them, and it'll make your experience a lot smoother. So I was just chilling out, just hanging out. And then all of a sudden I noticed my vision cleared up and I could see the room around me. And at first I was like, oh my God, why did I open my eyes? I'm gonna mess up the sleep paralysis. But then I realized that I was wearing a sleeping mask when I went into induced sleep paralysis, and so I could feel it on my face. So there's no way that I would be able to see my room. That's when I knew, okay, this is my astral body I'm actually seeing through now, and now I just have to get out. So that's something you may experience. Some people don't experience being able to see their room before they leave their body, and that's totally fine. But I get my sight first before I can leave my physical body. So like I said, completely relax in sleep paralysis. Literally just chill, don't think about everything going on around you. And now you're going to want to use your visualization and sensation to get out of your body. Now, what I mean by this is, in order to separate from your physical body, you need to disassociate from your physical senses. Our physical senses might be our sense of touch, what we can hear around us. Maybe we're feeling a lot of fear or excitement. We need to kind of let those things just relax and not have any sort of strong emotion or any sort of association with our body or what we're feeling. We don't want to feel the bed underneath us or anything like that. We want to tune in to where we want to be. So for example, a lot of people have done the rope technique where they imagine climbing up a rope from their bed to get out of body, or a ladder is on their bed and they're trying to climb up the ladder. These things don't work for me because my mind has never actually experienced what it was like to climb up a rope from my bed or a ladder from my bed. But I know what it feels like to roll out of bed, right? Because I do that every single day to get out of bed. So as my eyes are closed, as I'm relaxing, I'm going to imagine slipping off my bed or rolling to get out. And I want to create the visualization really strong of this happening and then the sensation of this happening. What would it really feel like to put your pressure on the bed to roll out of body? What does it feel like kind of slipping out of your bed? And you will be surprised once you really start to make this real for yourself, you'll actually start feeling it. And at first I thought I was slipping off the bed when I did this, and I was like, my bed is completely flat. How am I slipping off the bed? And that was like one of the first times that I did it, and I opened my eyes and I was right in the middle of the bed. So sensation and the visualization of creating that with your mind is extremely powerful for getting out of body. Like I said, disassociate with all the sounds that you're hearing, all the visuals that you're seeing. Create your own visuals through your mind of leaving your body in what way is best for you. Some people like the rope technique, some people like the ladder technique. I like the rollout method, which I've talked about in the past. And also you can just imagine that you're on the other side of the room. Like if you can imagine that you're standing in like the corner of your room and watching your bed from a different point of view. So what would that look like in your mind? What's around you on the other corner, on the other side of the room? Do you have like a bookshelf? Do you have like a calendar or pictures on the wall? Like really try to tune into what that looks like as vividly as you can when you're in sleep paralysis, and you'll notice that your vision starts to clear up too, and you're actually on the other side of the room because you shifted your consciousness, you shifted your point of awareness. And that literally is the key to having an out-of-body experience when you're in sleep paralysis. Create it with your mind and you will be able to experience it. And I know that some people are still fearful of sleep paralysis, but the number one thing you can do is completely let go. Let go to that attachment of fear. Let go to any expectations or intentions of what you think is going to happen. Completely relax and be in that moment completely relaxed in your bed. You have nowhere to be. You're completely just hanging out and kicking it. Okay, really tune into that relaxation, just letting go of all tension, and it will happen really fast. Sometimes you don't even have to do an exit technique and you'll just like shoot out of your body or roll out of your body. But the most important thing is to concentrate on what you want to experience and completely let go of any association with your body or anything scary or anything that's really loud. Tune into your visualization and your sensation that you want to create, and you will be able to experience it in the astral realm. This was kind of like a quick video just to give you guys an overview of the easiest way to astral project from sleep paralysis. Please leave any questions that you have down below and I'd love to answer them. I just wanted to give you guys kind of a quick breakdown of what you can do once you're in sleep paralysis, since I get loads of questions about that. Again, I hope this video helped you, and I'm actually creating an astral travel crash course right now, which is going to be super awesome. I'm hoping that it's done within the next month or so I will keep you up to date on that. And if you aren't subscribed to my email list, make sure to subscribe. It is in the description. That way you get updates on any discounts, giveaways, or anything that I'm doing that you might want to be a part of. Alright guys, and thanks so much for tuning in, and I hope this helps your astral journey. I love you guys so much, and as always, I'm sending you endless love and endless lucidity.